What's up, ballers? Welcome to episode 72 of the AllDriveNoDrop podcast. I have David back with me in the studio. David, what's going on?
Not much. I'm back from India, so that was a really fun trip, but also just completely exhausting. I just got back, so still pretty jet lagged, but excited to be back here. Excited to be back home.
Hey, I am very happy you are back because, talking to myself just isn't the same as talking to you. So I'm very glad you're back from your wild adventure. I don't know how much he's going to share with us because, maybe some of it stays behind the David wall. I don't know, but we'll see. But we have some good stuff coming up tonight. A lot of cool paddles coming out. The Head Radical Triflex, this MPP Turbo from Enhance, the Selkirk or SLK Dauntless, which is I think coming out the day of this podcast, and then this Maverix Havik 2. So we'll talk about those paddles. And we also have some other news. There's a brawl. I don't know if you saw that happen, David. There was a pickleball brawl while you were gone, so you missed that.
I saw that in the news. I didn't even see it on like pickleball news. I saw it on the
No,
actual
there is
news.
no video. There's no video. Where's the
Yeah.
video? If I was there, I would have been like, shh, like, don't people have phones? I mean, what's going on? We
They
didn't
were
get the
all
video of the
fighting.
brawl.
They just didn't get the phones out.
Everyone was in the brawl. You need
Yeah.
one person that stands back and is like, all right, well, someone has to capture the moment.
Someone has to scream stop, and someone else has to record.
Yeah, someone needs to be holding the camera, yelling stop. Like, what's going on? So we'll talk about that. And I have another thing that I wanted to bring up, and I don't know what Tickle Time holds for us, but we'll get there. So I think it's going to be a fun show. Yeah. So we'll just get into it first. Let's start with Tickle Time because I don't know or did you want to talk about the wedding or you have other stuff for Tickle Time? You
That is my only thing for Tickle Time. So I'll
okay, we're
explain
going.
why. Yeah.
Let's get into Tickle Time.
Yeah, you've got the sponsor rounds, but this is Tip Toppers. It's the hat with the fun, customizable figurines you can put at the top. You can kind of mix and match them. As always, we have our discount code TMP25, which gets you 25% off your order off the tiptoppers.com website. But yeah, no real topics for me. It's mainly because I was at that wedding and I thought I would have some free time, but this is my first time going to India, first time at an Indian wedding, and I ended up having like zero downtime at all. Basically going from event to event and then traveling. For reference, I got in like 5 a.m. My flight lands, and then it takes me like 2 hours to go through like immigration, get to the hotel, or not even to the hotel. So it takes me 2 hours to meet up with everyone else because we meet in one city, and then there was another 8 hour drive to the bride city. So had to go back and forth between the two. And for like events, like we would party one day and then it would maybe go up to like 3 a.m. and then we'd have to wake up at 7 to catch the bus to the next event. And these are like long bus rides. So the very last event, it was actually at this castle. They told us the venue was called Bath Castle. And so I thought that was like, oh, I didn't know it was an actual castle when we show up. Like it's this giant building and we have like a whole like marching band with us because I was part of the groom's wedding party and like they're escorting us all the way to the front. He's in a Rolls Royce and like we're all jumping up in the car. We've got fireworks, we've got sparklers, CO2 guns, like we're shooting everything and we were just like dancing away all the way up to the front. And we get there at like 11 p.m. and like the party's like just starting. Like we finally get served dinner and then it goes all the way up until 4:30 a.m. when they finally like, okay, you guys can go home now. So we get back at 5 and then they're like, okay, you need to be back by 7 a.m. at the front of the hotel lobby. So go back upstairs and pack because at 7 you need to go to the next event, which is another 8 hour bus ride. So yeah, we were all just like fighting to sleep, and people were telling me like this is what fatherhood's like. You just like struggle to get like 2 or 3 hours of like sleep in, and then you're just basically fighting for survival. And that was basically me all week was just, you know, having a good time when I could, trying to sleep when I could, and then yeah, I did not follow anything pickleball related. Just didn't have time, so I didn't see what happened with you last week. I have no idea on any like pickleball news. And it was funny enough that I got to hear about the brawl because I wasn't even on like any of the pickleball news. It was just on the actual news that people were like telling me like, hey, there's an actual fight that happened.
Bad
And I was like,
bad
oh,
pickleball publicity right there.
yeah. But yeah, no, that was my week. So I just got back. Just like some of these paddles still have like the plastic wrap on them because I just took out the recycling. But it was a really fun time. It was an amazing time to be in India. The food was amazing, and the hospitality there was just fantastic. It was great to see that culture, but it was also just like extremely tiring. I'm really happy to be back home. And it's ready to play some pickleball. Like I was out for the week, so I didn't get to play at all. So
Oh
yeah,
man.
that's it for my travels. But
Yeah,
glad to be back here.
that sounds fun but very tiring. I think that might be more tiring than fatherhood because like at least like you can sleep in your own bed, or you can, make a comfortable bed next to the baby's crib if you're really that tired. That just sounds exhausting, like traveling. And I've heard Indian weddings are like the most elaborate and longest of
Yeah.
weddings. So hopefully I'll get to experience one myself, but maybe like closer to my house. It'd be nice. It's
No, you
wild.
have to. I say you have to do it in India because I've been to one here, and
Yeah.
I thought that was wild. But then I went to the one in India, and like that is just insane to do it there. But
All right.
the traveling is no fun.
I really dislike traveling by car long distances. I'm not gonna lie, like especially in a bus. Oof.
Yeah, so
Um,
none of the seatbelts worked, and the roads are very bumpy.
oh no.
There's a
Were you
lot
in
of
like the mountains
bicycles.
too? Like I've seen some like very sketchy roads in India. And I'm like, don't get me in the mountains at night or ever actually on those like
That
one lane
I
roads.
Yeah, that was us, but we had like a
Okay.
whole security team with us.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really elaborate, and the buses were so bumpy. There was one point I wasn't like fully sitting down because I was kind of like like leaning over to talk to someone, and we hit a
Hmm.
bump, and I head shot up, and I like my head just slammed into like the fan that was on top of
Oh
the bus.
geez.
But yeah, we were trying to drink on the bus too. That was not a good idea because
Oh,
just every time we had to watch for potholes, or else you would like spill your drink.
that sound. Oh man, that's wild. But it sounds like some good memories and good stories. I mean, was anyone making videos of this while it was going on? Is there a?
Oh, and that was actually me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but you guys will never see that video. It's
Come on. Okay, can you put
no.
that unlisted and put that in my
Yeah, that'll be
text that to me
unlisted.
later?
Yeah.
Yeah, text
Yeah.
that to me later. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
well,
a video that cannot be monetized, so
I'm
unfortunately.
glad you came back. It looks like you came back in one piece, so that's good. So we're glad to have you back. But yeah, the pickleball. Well, anything else on your Indian and your wedding and
Nope,
like?
that's all. That's
Okay,
all I had.
okay, all right. Well, moving on to what's in the news, sponsored by Centerline Athletics. As you can see, David is looking very good in his quarter zip. They just launched some quarter zips. That is the turtle dove color. I actually picked that one out for David. Just thought, he's going to look really good in that. And I was right. I mean,
Thank you.
I and this is one of their new long sleeves. I don't know how to say the color. It's French. It's like bourgeois or something. So I I like it though. I
It
like
looks
it.
like
And then
red.
yeah, it was red. And then I got the turtle dove. I got the quarter zip in I think it is maybe that one's no, I think it's in the red current. I can't remember now, but they don't. Well, I have it pulled up right here. Oh, mulberry. That's it. So they have
Mm.
a mulberry. I really like the quarter zip. It's nice and warm and like it looks really good. So they have, of course, a whole bunch of other good athletic clothing. There's shirts and this long sleeve. And I'm actually wondering if this long sleeve, because it's the same material as the t-shirt. I wonder if I can use this instead of wearing sun sleeves in the summer. So I'll be
Oh yeah.
interested to see that if I don't get too hot in it. But yeah, great fitting athletic clothing you can wear on and off the court. Go check that out, centerlineathletics.com, and get 20% off with the code AllDriveNoDrop. But what's in the news? So basically, there was a pickleball brawl. They said like 20 people. You know what state it happened in, right? I mean, like they didn't even need to tell you. They didn't even
No.
need to tell you what state the pickleball brawl happened. David, where was it?
That's Florida, right?
Florida. I mean, it's always in Florida. Come on,
Yeah.
what is in the waters in Florida? Just so anyway, they have this brawl, right? Can you guess what? Did you see the reason already? Why it started?
Yeah, someone accused someone else of going to the kitchen.
I know it's always about the kitchen. I've definitely seen some guys argue about the kitchen. So they argue about the kitchen, and it's unclear in the story like whether who did it. But then one of the people involved smacked the other guy in the face with the paddle and drew blood, and it sounds like it got really bad. And then just I guess no one had time to record this because everyone just jumped in and started fighting. And then it was a couple. I don't know why the wife got arrested too. So she must have done something like I don't know. Maybe he hit the guy in the face, and then she jumped in and it's like, no, that's a fault, and like who knows? So just a crazy brawl in Florida. No recording, and I think we talked about some pickleball violence before on here. It
Yeah.
was what had happened? Do you
That's
remember?
when
I'm
that
trying to
guy
remember.
like slapped the paddles out of his hand when they
Oh,
were trying to shake hands, and he
oh
kicked him in the head.
yeah. Yeah, so he slapped the paddle out and then he kicked him in the face as he went to get the paddle. So it's
Yeah.
not, I mean, obviously it's the men usually that are getting into these fights. We know how the world is. But come on, guys, don't resort to violence on the court. Like, always better to walk away. I mean, those people probably aren't listening, but in case you are, like, just calm yourself down about these kitchen faults and out calls and whatever. It's insane. And I think the guy was 70 that
Yeah.
was the one who. So come on, what are you? How do you have so much anger in you at 70? Like, come on. Like, now you just ruined the rest of your life. Probably. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know how it works. But yeah, that brought up, and then there was one other time that I wasn't there, but it was local. Someone brought a gun to the court and pulled it out because, and we still, and that one was really weird because no one had even been saying anything to the guy. He just like he wanted to get in a fight and came over to another court and pulled out the gun. So it's like some people, they're just looking for a fight no matter what. Like, no one was even talking to him and he pulled the gun out. So that's crazy. But yeah, that's it. That was the big news. There was some other like trade stuff going on in MLP. That one's, someone's going to break that down better. Actually, and this is kind of my other part of the news, David. So you can tell me what you think about this. So Anna Bright, I imagine most people know who Anna Bright is. Just in case you don't, number 2 women's pickleball player in the world right now. She started a YouTube channel, so you can go check her out. And I was listening to some of her videos. One of the videos was like kind of updating on what's different about Major League Pickleball this year, and then some of like the transactions happening, and which is great because go try to figure out what's happening in MLP, and most people don't know because they change the rules multiple times a year, so it's very hard to keep up. But the way she was explaining it, she's explaining what's going on, and then so one of the things is there's a new expansion team this year. All teams are now premier, like there's no premier challenger, and they added an expansion team. This expansion team got to pick up players first. So like usually you would have like a waiver system or something, but they got to come in and pick up all the players first. And then she's like, that doesn't seem fair to like the challenger teams. But then she says, oh, but I talked to Samin, who's like the commissioner of MLP, and he explained like, oh, like usually leagues want their expansion teams to do well because that incentivizes people to come in by expansion teams in the future. She's like, so it makes sense. Like and I'm like, okay. And then she starts talking about other things, and then keeps referencing, oh yeah, well Samin said this. So, and I'm like, I just kind of like, the more I watched and then the more other videos were kind of similar, I was like, did the PPA just like have her start this channel as like their mouthpiece, but not like directly? Because it sounded like it, like you'll have to go watch some of the videos, David, and tell me, because it kind of sounds like the PPA has like written some statements to be like, hey, like try to make this sound like you're saying it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's what's happening. It just sounded very suspicious to me. I don't know. Have you watched any of her videos?
No, but based on what you're saying, it kind of sounds like she's has an idea of what. Well, she's like, oh, people might think this, but and I thought that too. But PPA told me why, and I believe it. That's kind of what I'm getting from you.
Exactly what she said. It's exactly what she said. She's and I'm just sitting here listening. I'm like, look, maybe this fools some people, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure like the PPA is putting you up to this. My biggest problem was so the expansion team got to pick up people, but these challenger teams going up to premier didn't get to pick up people. So like, I understand, like, let the expansion team pick first, but why can't the challenger teams, they're not even allowed to pick up people before premier, because the premier teams are dropping people. these challenger teams are like just awful compared to the premier teams, like
Yeah, because
awful. Like it's
they're the
not
ones
even
that
going to
need
be
to pick
close.
people up. Yeah.
Yeah, like they need to be able to pick people up, but not letting them pick people up. Like I don't even know how exactly the system is working, like their free agency or drafting. But I'm like, the challenger teams need to be able to pick up people before premier teams, like to even have a chance, or they're just gonna be getting they're gonna be getting their ass kicked like all season. And it's not really fair to the owners. Like you have all these owners that have paid money for their team and they're continuing to pay more money. Like
Hmm.
what are they getting? What are they getting? What are they getting, David? They're paying money every year for players and teams. What do they get?
Nothing. They just get a chance to win a
What do
trophy,
they
but
get?
yeah.
Just,
But the thing
it's
is, it
crazy.
sounds like people are like too scared to complain because if you see what happened with James Ignatowicz, was it Ryan Fu, even Glasman, even Paris Todd, like they do anything that's like remotely wrong against the
Hmm.
PPA and then contracts terminated. And I feel like that might be a situation with Anna. Either they're paying her or she's too scared to say anything back because she's like, oh, I don't want to get my contract messed up. I don't want to get fined because it's
Yeah.
like not really written down like what they can or can't do, and it's not really publicly disclosed to us. And because we don't know that, they can be like, oh, we just got hit by a fine and we had no idea why. And so I feel like there could be a thing about people being scared about to say anything about the PPA.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because, like, if you get kicked off the PPA, like, what are you supposed to do? The APP is
Yeah.
not even having a tournaments right now, I guess. And then, like, PPA is kind of dominating Asia, too. I don't know. There's a couple, like, Asian tours or something, but you're kind of, you can't, unless the players formed a union, there's kind of nothing that an individual can do against the PPA, right?
Yeah.
But we're not afraid to speak out. Like,
Yeah.
David and I, we're going to keep it 100, okay? We're going to keep it 100, 150. So, I don't know. Go let me know if anyone's watched the Anna Bright videos. Let me know what you think if it sounded a little suspicious, okay? You let me know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe. Okay. We'll move on. We'll move on to the paddles, David. Um uh, Going on to the paddle segment, sponsored by Bodhi Pickleball, maker of some of the best grips. Like look at that. Did I match this well, David? Like that pink with
Yeah.
the black? I was thinking it was pretty good. Anyway, all the accessories you can get, tacky grips, dry grips, weighted tape, bags, paddle or accessory organizers. You can go check that at bodhiperformance.com. Get 15% off with the code AllDriveNoDrop. First, Head Radical Triflex Technology. So this is Head's new pickleball paddle. It's a 15 millimeter. I don't look at how that shines in the
It's
light,
very
David.
shiny. Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? I would definitely say this gets a lot of attention at the courts, especially from the women. Like the women are loving this paddle, like the way it looks. Guys too, but yeah, it definitely attract because it's kind of hard to stand out in paddles with just a look, right? And like I'm actually surprised this passed with how shiny it is. Um, yeah, I think it's just USA Pickleball approved. I think they're done with. I don't
UPA.
know for sure if they're done with the UPAA, but they might be because they did drop their Roscoe Bellamy was like their main pro, and they did drop him. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I'll have to check on that. Um, but it's an interesting paddle because I don't know if they want us to show it, so I'm not going to show it. But this is polypropylene in the middle, and then there's like a big thick band of EPP, and then a band of EVA. So first construction I've
Oh,
seen like that. What is this? This is like a 117 swing weight, 6.41 twist weight. It's a little heavier at 8.3 ounces. And this is coming in elongated and a wide body. This wide body's 5-inch handle. I've not tried that yet. You're asking a lot for me to go play with a 5-inch handle, a couple of games. Like I'll try it, guy. I'll try it, dude. Like I don't know. Maybe you'll have to. I know that's probably too short for you too, right? Like you're not
yeah. Not on a wide body. Even now, like any paddle, I think like 5 inches is just. It's like it's not even just about like your hands. Like it just
five
affects the
inches isn't
bounce so much.
enough. It's just
No,
not enough.
not for pickleball. Yeah.
So just bouncing it real quick, but it wasn't like as hollow. So it didn't sound like as hollow as like a regular Gen 3 or some of these EPP EVA foam. I mean, I don't know if it translates through the mic, but you can tell it's not as like hollow thuddy. Uh, it is like slightly on the stiffer side. I didn't think it was too stiff, and it's pretty like a not too poppy either. Really easy to control, but I would still say like a lower tier of at the power paddle category. I liked it. I was surprised, like just kind of looking at it. It is a little smooth. Um, it seemed to be getting pretty decent dwell and spin still, but yeah, not really the grittiest paddle. And I think this is coming. Oh man, I had the date in mind. This is going to be 200. I think there's going to be like a 10% code this time though. So maybe
Oh,
180 and coming soon. That's all it says on the site. I thought they gave me a date, but maybe they didn't.
I
So
think the 26th.
26? Okay, there you
Yeah,
go. So coming pretty soon here.
yeah.
I mean, so far, like I'm actually impressed, and I let some people try this that usually play like Gen 3 style paddles, and they really like this one. So I think if you are a Gen 3 paddle enthusiast, you might want to check this out. Uh, I guess it's going to be a hard one to like try out because I don't think there'll be a ton of them around, but it's very interesting. I'm interested to hear what you think about it when you get to
Could
play
you
it.
remind me the construction again? Is it double foam on the outside and then just like
Yeah,
an
so
inner foam layer?
it's the honeycomb in the middle. I don't know if they gave me the cell size, and then outside that honeycomb, it's EPP and then EPA or
Oh,
EVA.
okay, okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna
So
say it sounded similar to the Packle Evo Pro, but that one's different because it's like honeycomb, and then there's like so honeycomb like here, and there's like
yeah.
a cutout here that's foam, and then it's
Oh,
honeycomb, and then the second layer of foam. So that's what I thought it was at first, but now if that's EPP, then yeah, this is different construction.
yeah. So it's interesting. It kind of gives you like a little bit of both worlds, and the sweet spot was really good and pretty
Okay.
stable. So I don't know. I'll have to try it again because so far I really liked it, but
Yeah, I'm curious like how it feels on like different areas of the paddle, which is just because of those different materials.
yeah, that's one thing I kind of need to, I guess, hone in because it's obviously it's kind of harder when you're like hitting it, right? Like, oh, if
Yeah.
like you're playing and trying to see that. So maybe I'll take out the ball machine and I could kind of test it a little bit
Yeah.
easier, so I can focus a little bit more on where it's hitting the paddle and see if, like you said, because I know. And then if you like, like maybe you want to dink with one spot and speed up with another. I don't know. Like I don't know. That sounds
That
really
that
complicated.
that sounds like so advanced. You have to be so accurate on the paddle.
It sounds so complicated. Like when I think it was Pro XR had two different sides, like one fiberglass and one something else, and you're like, okay, so now I got to remember which side of the paddle I'm using and what it's gonna
Yeah.
do. It does sound too complicated. I can't think that much. But yeah, that's it on that one. Uh, Next up, we have the Enhance MPP Turbo. I think this is coming out February 28th, if I did my math correctly. So somewhere around there. So a couple weeks here. There's EPP, and the MPP is only in elongated, but the EPP, they got the full range there. Uh, I think, and I think they're all originally. I thought this was going to be more, but I think right now they have them all listed at 120, and they're gonna or 119. They're gonna go down to 99. I honestly think this is, if you blind tested this in a Luzz Inferno, I think it'd be very hard to tell the difference.
Okay.
Uh, I will have to go out and test it more, but I mean, which is to say, this is a really good paddle. If you like the Luzz Inferno. The EPP, I'm interested to see what you have to say. A lot of people have been saying it plays like a bread and butter loco. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but what do you think? Is that you got to play that one, right? The
I
turbo?
hit the hybrid, but
Okay.
I'm gonna hold off because they said that I might
Sure.
have like a, a dud. I
Okay.
wasn't a big fan of this one, so I don't want to say anything else. But
Fair
they're
enough.
sending me another one, just so I can retest it. So I'll hold
Okay.
off until then. But yeah, was regarding like the MPP, like that's like such a distinct feel. So
Yeah.
if it's like an Inferno, it's probably like a Cyclone too. I think it's like
Hmm.
in that range, but $100 for like either of those is like very good deal. I think the only thing is that it's not going to be UPA approved like the Inferno and the Cyclone are, but
Yep.
still
Yep.
like an MPP at $100, that's a great deal.
Yeah. If you're not a PPA player, I think that those turbos, if you're looking for something that at 100, are going to be a great option.
Yeah, just
So
very, very hollow feeling, I'm imagining.
Oh yeah. The especially like MPP not so much right now. Like I know, but usually the MPP seems to take a little bit more time to break in, from my experience. I mean,
Mm.
not that we have a ton of MPPs, but has that been your experience? It takes a little bit more time to break in.
My second Inferno, yeah. My first one, when I
Okay.
out of the box, that one was like crazy. But my second one's
Okay.
that one, it's still hollow feeling, but I think
Yeah.
like if I had to give the order, my first Inferno, that one's out of the box just crazy. Then
Mm-hmm.
the Cyclone was like more toned down, and then my new
Mm-hmm.
Inferno now, this my favorite one out of the three. Like I think the newer Infernos, I think there's a bit more weight in them too, from what I've heard,
Okay.
and I think that just like helps out the feel better. So it's not as hollow feeling as the originals.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of how this MPP Turbo feels. It's hollow, but it's not like not as hollow as like a boomstick or the Loco. But the EPP, it does feel pretty hollow. It has that like thuddier sound. So um, yeah. And those are going to be CFC layups as well. And I had 1.8 on my MPP. I had a 118 swing weight and a 6.42 twist weight. Felt pretty fine. I played all these pedals pretty much stock. That I was testing just to. They all played decently enough, so I just kept going with it. Anything else on those?
Question for you: did you ever get
Sure.
these pickle clips?
I did not get the pickle clips, but I believe they are in the mail. They sent me an
Okay.
emae, so
I was just wondering if
how
you know
how
off
have
the
they
top
been
of your
working for
head
you?
how to take them off.
Oh, wait, you can't get them off?
Not this like so basically I don't know if but you like kind of just shove them on here. So they don't
Okay.
fit on every paddle. And that was like one of the
Only
complaints I have with
16s
it.
then? Or
Yeah, they don't fit on 14s and 16s
okay.
even they don't fit on all of them. Like they don't fit on my Chorus Coda. They
Okay.
barely fit on this one. And now that it's on this one, I can't get it off. So probably need to ask support because I can see it's like kind of slanted on here, but this thing is stuck.
I was kind of worried about those because I mean with the slice sliders you can tighten them right, but these you're just clipping on. So yeah, I was worried about them falling off, but I guess they're not falling off. You can't even get them off. So
Yeah, I think I just need to find an instruction manual. I probably just missed something.
yeah, maybe you need like some pliers. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck with that. They just might have become a permanent weight on there.
Yeah. If you
So
see me like rubbing down here, it's because I'm trying to take this off, not doing anything else down here.
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, won't question that one. All right, moving on to the Selkirk Dauntless, which is coming out February 17th. And the embargo just happens to lift right when this podcast comes out. So lucky for us that we can talk about it. You have the wide body?
Yeah, I only got the wide body.
Okay. I don't have the elongated. This is the, and sorry, this, I guess, SLK by Selkirk. It's their other line, right? So this is just a slab of foam with some indents cut out. Don't have anything to show for that, but we've had some other just slabs of foam paddles, and then they have their MOI weights on here. $180. If you were, and this isn't how they're pitching it, um, but I think if you saw this and you might have thought like, oh, 180s, is this going to be a budget boomstick? It's not going to be a budget boomstick. It's not a power paddle, and I guess it's an all court paddle. It's definitely like more on the controlling sphere. It's very soft. It I don't think the sweet spot is like terrible, but it's definitely mid, like at best. Um $180 for this is just gonna be like a hard pass for me.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is basically like the 008, but with their like new MOI weights on the side.
It
Because
honestly
it is a solid
probably is.
slab.
Yeah. And I think we've seen that the solid slabs, that's just not it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just not it.
Like we saw on the blue core, the 008s,
Yeah.
like they just don't have that much power. And I think they just did
The
the same
solid
thing and
slab isn't
added
it.
these.
And it's like you can't feel the ball either. Like it's just so muted. So I think this one's, I mean, and look, you're gonna have a flop, right? Like this, but this is just, like to have your only. I mean, I guess the Era is like a decent one too, but like just to have your high performance paddle, like everyone wants a boost. It's just so you only have one paddle at $333, and then like this coming out at 180, I thought it could at least like, can you make it like 95% of the boomstick? It's just, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
get they didn't want to
disappointed.
cannibalize the sales of the boomstick, which is like
Well,
selling well,
yeah, I get it. I get it.
but this kind of
This,
comes out as like a worse version of the Era, is from what I've heard
yeah,
people
like
talk
why
about.
I don't know why you would buy this over the Era, like unless you're like, give me a super muted control pad. But like then you're just talking about like obviously there's a whole bunch of other brands. Not everyone's gonna go for another brand. They might want the Selkirk, but I I just can't imagine. I don't know who's gonna recommend this. It's besides Selkirk in their influence. So there you go. I'm not bought by Selkirk and Big Pickle, all right? It's you don't even need to play the Dauntless. It's not offering anything that you can't find elsewhere for cheaper, and yeah,
I'm still
it's a
gonna hit
rough
it
one.
tomorrow and see how it goes, but
Yeah, you
this is
got all that said, go hit it, David. Have
yeah.
fun. So,
That sounds like what coaches are gonna those like the Selkirk sponsor coaches are gonna kind of push towards the beginners.
yeah. Yeah. I yeah, I don't know. I want it's not it's not it for me. But let me come back and find it is soft. So if you do like something softer and you want to put all the power into it, but like we've had paddles that have already done that that are cheaper. So it's like,
Yeah.
and I just think we're expecting more from them now, right? We have the boomstick. I wanted like something more that's better. I don't know. Anyway, well, actually, I don't know if this is the last one, but Maverix Haviks too. Mavericks, if you haven't actually first of all, love this design. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful design.
Kind of looks like doesn't the black opal have this like sort of similar design? That Maverick just has it on like the top half.
I
Because the
guess, yeah. If you
opals are
put it
kind of
on the
like
whole
all over.
thing, maybe
Yeah.
maybe 6-0 would have went after him for a
But this
design.
this does look nice though. I do like it.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, like, I think I like the design, so I don't know. Maybe it is similar. I don't know if this is like a specific, like layout of some topography or something. I'm not sure. They also have like their stats. They do their stats on there. Uh, on here, this is their elongated. Is it only coming in elongated? I
Yeah.
think so.
Typically, all of the Havocs have come in elongate. I guess their
Yeah,
Clash is their hybrid.
15 millimeter core. This one had 114 swing weight, 6.5 twist weight. I got 114 and 6.42, and then engineering from Justin Barton. I guess that this is initials
Yeah.
from
The
the
Matthew
Pickleball,
Miller.
etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to him. He's been designing a couple different paddles.
Yeah.
Let
He's been
me
cooking.
pull up on the screen here how this looks because it's just easier to show than to try to describe. This is a foam paddle. If I can get it. Yes, there we go. So you can see here, I believe this is EPP, and then you have this EVA. So they like kind of vary the thickness and density is what I understand, and then like it's not all the way just around. I don't remember what that other foam is, but
I feel like the blue one might be like a heavier foam, which is I think
yeah,
a lot of brands doing that just
like
weight
just
up the
different foam
bottom, bump the
densities.
twist weight.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so it looks interesting though, right? Like uh, I didn't get too much playtime on this, but it did seem like it wasn't too popular. And I wonder if this one, like, since this kind of style hasn't been done before, like, is there more break-in time for this? Like, does it
Uh-huh.
change a little bit? So I don't know if I want to talk too much. I mean, I would right now I'd put it in like the low end power, and it kind of makes sense, right? And elongated with such a low swing weight,
Yeah.
it's not good. Like, I wouldn't expect it to be an elite tier power paddle yet. It didn't seem too poppy, but like the spin and dwell was really good. So we'll see. We'll get some more time. I want to make sure like things don't change with the new construction. Um, I saw, and I didn't, and sometimes you would think like since it's not that flat top, I didn't really have any issues with how low of a swing weight it was in like sweet spot so far. So
Mhm.
that was good to know. Because I was a little worried with these corners chopped off. This is like their unique shape. I don't
Yeah.
and yeah, but so far so good with this. You didn't get to hit this one yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious to see how this plays against the J6 though. Just like if I take the weights off both, just how does the balance feel? How's the sweet spot feel between the two? I think
This
that's
one,
definitely what I want to do.
yeah, this one definitely seemed a little denser than the J6 and maybe a little softer too so far. But
Yeah,
I need to bring them
both
both
very low
both out.
swing weight because I think the
Yeah.
J6 CR, what's that like 112 or something like
Yeah,
114 also. Yeah.
something around there.
Uh,
So, yeah, it could be an interesting competitor to the J6. And I know a lot of people like their low swing weight elongated, so there's
Yep.
definitely a market for those. But yeah, that's all on the paddles. I forgot. I'll have to talk. Did I talk? I can't remember if I talked about it on the last podcast. I'll have to go back and look. But the pickleball joys. I can't remember if I talked about it or not. I think I did. I don't know.
Still have to wrap on them.
I played the Joy S Plus, and I don't know if it. I can't remember like at the beginning if it broke in or not. It probably did because I think it did seem like it started getting more power. Thing is stiff, but like it's powerful. It's a very powerful paddle, and it's pretty. I think it was like maybe average swing weight. I'll have to go check that. I'll talk about it next podcast. But that's
Yep.
another $99 option. So you're getting some $99 options for with pretty good power. So it's interesting to see. And I think that's the only paddle that has like the KFC line layup, the Kevlar fiberglass carbon
Exactly what I
fiber.
wanted. Yeah.
There you go. So you got the KFC line layup. It's probably not the best feeling layup, but I kind of liked it when I was playing with it. It's a little bit more rigid, but it had pretty good like connection to the ball and had good power and pop. So I'll have to go check that out again. It's definitely a interesting one. No, there's no paddle built quite like that, and that I think they have like a slab of foam. I think they do the EVA ring too, and then there's like indentations, like line indentations.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that one next time. I just that one slipped my mind, and I thought I talked about it on last podcast, but now I can't remember if I did. So I don't know. But that's all of the paddles that I have. David, anything coming up this week for you?
Nope. Mainly just gonna be getting back into it. So tomorrow is since I haven't played in a bit, it's gonna be starting off with wide body. It's gonna start with the forgiving shape. So yeah, I'll have the wide body turbo, the Dauntless, probably the boomstick for comparison. I think there's a few others. Revelin has a paddle, and I think wide body is actually the stack that like has amassed more. Like I have the biggest backlog of wide bodies that I need to be hitting, and then
Okay.
hybrids is the shortest, and then next will be like elongated. But we'll see if I can get everything done within the week, depending on how much I get to play. But for sure, doing the wide bodies tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of paddles arrive like during this time because I've had a lot, and it's been a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, okay, sounds cool. I don't know exactly video what. Oh, yeah, I do have something coming out this week. So I reviewed a new ball machine from Hydrogen Sports called the Electron.
Hmm.
Only 17 pounds. Has an app where you can customize your drills, and I've really liked it so far. And I think it will be cool because in the future they want to have it so you can share your drills. So like I could be like, hey, you can check out Jacob's drill of the week, and
Mhm.
you could go just download it, go take your ball machine to the court, do the same drill I'm doing. So I think that'd be pretty cool. So I have a review on that coming out. They're launching it. They've been in the tennis space for years, and they're getting into pickleball now. So
Okay.
that will be cool to check out. And then this coming Saturday, have the next All Drive Invitational Tournament put on by 6-0.
Ooh, okay.
So playing for 2 black opals and 2 corals. So that will be an interesting one. Also, that's going to be at Greystone Pickleball in Auburn Hills. So that's going to be cool. That'll be the first tournament held at Greystone Pickleball, which is opening later in March officially, but getting some early access there. So that'll be a fun one. I'm pretty excited. That I'll have to show you that, David. It looks really, really cool. I don't know if you caught that interview. Hey, did I post the interview? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
did in the
posted that interview.
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you caught that, but it's going to be like 17 courts. They're trying to, I think they already are hosting the APP later this year. Like it's going to be pretty cool. Like they have their whole upstairs is dedicated to like, if you host like a corporate event or when they have these tournaments, that's going to be like the players only area. So like they can go have separate rooms. I'm like, man, this place is going to be awesome. So I hope to be doing like a lot of content there and working with them to do some stuff. I'm very excited about that opening and the tournament. And then I was testing some 6-0 paddles. I don't know if you can guess which one. I already locked in my choice. What do you think I locked in?
Probably the coral.
Yeah, probably. Dude, I just I was playing with the coral hybrid and then the black opal, and the results just didn't lie. Like I just did way better with the coral.
Yeah.
Just it wasn't even close. And I'm like, all right, made the decision easy. I'm like, yep, can't play with the black opal unless I'm gonna lose lose a lot. So the coral is it.
I mean,
So
the double black diamond's still on the board. Or you could use the Willinator.
actually, you know what? I really thought about bringing out that Ruby Pro because I actually played pretty well with that. But then I'm like, am I gonna get called out because of how like the ridiculous the grid is on it? Probably.
No one's
Probably.
gonna. It's your tournament. No one's gonna be measuring roughness or anything.
I mean, obviously I could do whatever I wanted, but there's a few people that are some pickleball nerds, Kyle, and they would probably be calling me out on it. So I'm just gonna play with the coral, and I think it makes more sense since the prizes are corals and opals. I wanted to pick one of the prizes, so yeah, I'm playing with the coral colored coral, which is my favorite of the corals. So I think you'll be fine. Coral is a really good paddle, so. That'll be fun. But besides that, that's all I got. Anything else, David?
That's all for me.
All right, everyone, have a great. Oh wait, I forgot. I didn't even remember it till now. There will be an interview with Luzz Pickleball owner and co-founder Diken Chan at the end of this podcast. So stick around for that, and you might learn about some news from Luzz Pickleball. So shout out to him and shout out to Tina, who does a great job managing a lot of stuff they do over there. So let's go to the interview. Okay, so there is a little halfway into the interview that Deacon's video goes out, but the audio is fine, so don't worry. I apologize for that. Just stay tuned and listen to the interview. Thank you. Welcome to the interview with Diken Chan, one of the co-founders and one of the owners of Luzz Pickleball, a man behind the scenes. I know that a lot of people have been wondering who's behind the scenes. Diken, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you feeling today? Are you doing pretty good?
Yeah, Freddie, I'm so excited to move here.
Awesome, awesome. So you're one of the co-founders and one of the owners. How many are there behind the scenes? Is it you and the whole team, or it's you and how many people?
Yeah. Now it's only me, but we have a quite large team in different countries, and also we have
Okay,
another two owner of our company who in charge of a different area.
nice. Is Luzz a company that just started right into pickleball, or was Luzz doing other things before pickleball?
Yeah, we're doing some AI or raw thing before the pickleball.
Okay,
So
cool.
as of now, we don't do the AI stuff. We only do the pickleball.
Okay. What made you get interested in pickleball? Were you playing, or did you just start seeing how popular it was getting?
Yeah, that's a long story. I need to start from when I'm 6 years old.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, actually, so I started playing tennis from 6 years old, and I play over 20 years. And I play semi-pro, I play pro, I've played some ITF tournament before, and the best achievement is like top 8 in the worldwide ITF championship. And also, yeah, so I love tennis. And after COVID-19, I finished my college in US. I began to play pickleball because so many friends playing pickleball, and I joined them, and I love pickleball. So, and then I quit my uh, programming company and starting the last pickleball.
Nice. Okay. I did not know that history. That's interesting. And were you play? So we were chatting pre this, but did you start playing in Texas then?
No, my
Where were you
first
playing
time
at?
playing is in New Jersey, Jersey
New
City.
Jersey. Okay. Okay. Cool. So you have been playing for quite a while. Actually, you started playing way before you started Luzz Pickleball. Then
Yeah. So
nice.
I think around 2022, I think.
2022. Okay. Not
Mhm.
just around the same time I did. I think it was like late 2021 for me. I didn't quite get in on the 2020 boom, but I was just around the corner. So what I guess let's start with first the name. Where did the name Luzz Pickleball come from? Like where'd you find inspiration for that one?
Yeah, so the last is from a Spanish word, so which means light, or yeah, it means light. And uh,
Okay.
so I used to live in Texas, which is pretty south of the United States, and
Hmm.
there many people speak Spanish, and I learned a little Spanish before. So yeah, and when I say this word, well, this is the word I want for our company. It's light. So pickleball or sports is a life. It's a light of our life. So
Okay.
yeah,
I like it. The
without
light
sport,
of your
that's so
life.
boring.
Hey, it doesn't have if it's special to you. I mean, honestly, I think people like Luzz. Like it it kind of like stays in your brain. Like, oh, Luzz, like it's catchy, right? So I think it's good. Uh, so when you finally decided, you're like, hey, I want to start a pickleball company. What was the biggest challenge to get started for you?
Wow, there everything is challenge for me.
Yeah.
So I studied software engineer in my college. So I'm a kind of coder or programming guy before. And when I decided to go to start a sport company, so everything is different. So I need to
Hmm.
learn how to hire people, how to make a product, how to yeah have our own factory, how to mix our product online or offline to sell. So everything's different, difficult for me. But yeah,
Okay.
keep learning.
Got you. Just power of will. You just kept learning and learning, and I mean, so you guys came in to what 2024? You started the company. Was that around the time?
Yeah, early 2024.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, I think it's been well documented across different podcasts. Like it was hard for you to get on the reviewer's radar, right? At first, it was a little hard breaking in for you. But then like there, I don't know when the moment was, but you just kind of exploded, right? Like I don't know if there was like one reviewer or just like a whole bunch at the same time. Like all of a sudden, you just started seeing Luzz everywhere. What was that moment like for you? Like if there was there like a specific moment you're like, wow, like the orders are just like going crazy right now. Like the first time maybe you sold out. Was
Yeah, so I think it's not a one-step thing. We do a lot of things before that moment. So
Mm-hmm.
First, we doing a lot of I put so many top time of the R&D. So for them, the Canon, the Inferno, this kind of product, I involve myself into the researching or the development
Yeah.
phase. So I live in the factory for 3 months for the
Oh
product.
wow.
Yeah, every time, every day I think about with my engineer. Yeah, also we have some material engineer and construction engineer. We have a team and we live in the factory. Every day we think about the new plan of the pedal, new solution, and secondly we try the new demo with some pro player locally. So every day we do the same thing. And
Okay.
then
So
there's a day, yeah. I think 2025, May of 2025. So we have a demo, so which is based on the MPP form and some special ring foam also, which is for now is known the Inferno. So that day we make this demo, and the first time I
mm-hmm.
play with this pedal, I said, yeah, this is a pedal I want. This is a pedal I
Yeah.
want to play with. So then we decided to uh, promote our Inferno a lot. So we connect
Yeah.
to many player, many friends to test the pedal and to see how they're feeling. And we invest a lot of money about of the UP and USAP, the stem. And also
Mm-hmm.
we, yeah, trying to set some pro player, sponsor some tournaments. Yeah, it's all based on the product. But I think the product is good. It's really perfect. So I decided to invest a lot to this product.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've seen a brand come in and then just and not only gain the popularity online, but then like actually seeing it in person. Like I go to the courts, I'm seeing a whole bunch of Infernos and Cannons. Like some of these smaller brands, I don't actually see on the course. And like go to my local facility, I'm seeing Infernos, I'm seeing Cannons. So it definitely, you know, it's obviously very popular. But I do have to ask you. I know you don't have to go into. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it with UPAA, the mix-up there when there was a paddle
Mhm.
listed and then it got delisted. Maybe thank you to my pickleball co-host David from Tickle My Pickleball or Pickleball Tech Dude saying it hit like a mod. But can you give us any clarity of what happened in that situation?
Yeah, yeah. So that situation is really awkward. It's not a good thing for us. It's my fault. So during that time, I'm living in the factory. I'm working with some
Mm-hmm.
new demo and a new product. So Canon is a product I pretty favorable, but it's not my perfect one. So I still working on the new demo, new pedal. So during the time, but our marketing and salespeople says they need to release a product, the Canon, for business purpose. So, and I give the right to one of my product manager to get the UP and USA Pro stand. So, and yeah, you just do it, and we want to it go to the market. So I didn't care much about the situation, and then until the people told me there's something happened, is about the UPA, yeah. So and then I know the how situation is, the people and the agency doing something wrong, and I'm not clearly, I think there may be misunderstanding or other stuff, but I don't care. I just fire one of my product manager who in charge of this stuff, and then go to the I taking charge of this situation myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I write the email to the UPA, and I go to the I try to make another UPA stand for the Canon and make everything right in the right way. So that's the story. Yeah, it's part of
Yeah.
my fault. I didn't pay too much of the attention about this case.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You owned up to the mistake, and obviously you're working with the UPAA now. Like you have the
Yeah.
Inferno. Is the Tornado approved too, or is it just the Inferno?
Yeah. So Canon, Tornado, Inferno, and the Blade 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 4 right now.
Okay. Yep. Excited about that Blade. That Blade 2. That looks like a good one. But okay, that's not too bad. I mean, like I could definitely understand. Like it's obviously the first time you guys were going through it. Like I could, and there's a lot of stuff going on when you're doing this. I could see myself actually making the
As I
same mistake.
mentioned,
I mean,
there are too many difficulty in our world. Yeah, so every step is a difficulty for us. So first time to work with UBA and first time to get into trouble with UBA, and but we need to solve it. This is life.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good they were understanding though. Like they're like, okay, you weren't trying to pull a fast one on them or anything. It's just like stuff happened and moved on.
But
It seems like everything's
the
good.
right thing.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm happy you shared that because I know people are wondering about that. But we can go on to a happier subject now. How did you pick Chris Hayworth for your first like really big signing? Like what was the relationship behind the scenes? Like, what did you have to court him, or was he like coming to you? How'd that work out?
Yeah, so it's another very interesting story. So I met Chris Hayworth like 2024, I think, late 2024 in the core. I see he playing and I warm up with him, but he didn't remember. I didn't tell him right now. That time he didn't know who I am, and also at that time Luzz is not famous, and I didn't tell too much about with him, and we just play a little game, and his serve is so fast. Every time he serves, I can't return the serve. And then 1 year later, so after that, I'm a very huge fan of Chris. I worked his tournament just personally, and then 1 year later, maybe last December or last November, I think. So someone tell me Chris is using our cannon in the tournament, PP tournament. So I said, whoa, who gave him the pedal? Is he buy the pedal? They said, he maybe bought the pedal, and because Canon it's all blackout. It's a blackout version of Canon. So he didn't. Maybe their sponsor didn't care about the blackout one, so he just buy a Canon to play with. So I think that's a really great thing. And then a few months later, late December or late December. So his agency come to us by email to say if we have the interest of signing Chris Hayworth. So I said, whoa, that's the people we want. I love his play, and also he love our pedal. He buy our pedal on tournament. This is a very good case for us. Very perfect asset for us. So we sign him.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's the highest compliment when the pro chooses to use your paddle before like they're even signed. They just start using it because they like it that much. So that's awesome to hear that story. And then maybe we both could try to return his serve one day and do well. I don't know if I could either. It's definitely
no problem.
It's a cannon, right? No.
It's a cannon. The first blackout cannon. It's all black.
Yeah. So, do you like right now you have the cannon and then you have the Tornado and the Inferno. Do you think you'll continue to make honeycomb cores, or do you think eventually you will only have foam paddles, or you think there's so much demand that honeycomb's not going away?
So I love honeycomb paddle actually. So, and also I love the foam paddle. So personally, I think this 2 paddle will still alive in the future. And also many of my friends is semi-pro players. They are still using the honeycomb paddle. They like the feeling of the honeycomb paddle. But also I have some friends playing double very well. They said foam paddle may be better for double play. So I think the foam and the honeycomb paddle, they all have the market in the future. But for our company, I think we will have more foam paddle in the future, but also we will keep the honeycomb paddle. So yeah, this year we will have a few, like 6 or 7 new paddles series. Yeah,
Oh
and
wow,
this year, yeah, and
that's crazy.
3 of them is honeycomb, and 4 of them is foam paddle.
Oh wow. Well, I that might be all the information you're willing to share, but I was going to ask you about your future plans this year. I didn't know if there's any more information you wanted to share besides you have 6 or 7 new paddles coming out, series coming out. But um, I do have one question though before you share any more information. Do you think you'll have a hybrid foam paddle coming out? As
Yes, of
someone who
course.
likes to play, okay. That's all I want to
It's
know. Is
already on the
as
list.
a hybrid main, like I was waiting for that hybrid Inferno. I think that one would be really nice.
Yeah, definitely. We will have hybrid everything.
Okay, awesome. Was there any next series you wanted to tease, like the next one coming out? Did you want to let the people know any special things that you are working on that you're excited about?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I was a engineer before, so I'm pretty involved into all the engineer stuff in our company. So uh, we will have a Luzz Pickleball lab on our website uh, next month or maybe early March. So the lab is something we will share our new technology, new demo, or new pedal. Some of the pedal is in R&D stage, and some pedal is for entertainment, which is highly over the UPA or USAP limitation. And some of the pedal is about to release in on the market, but we want to sell in very low price for people for the first try, or yeah. And also for the pedal, but that at least 6 or 7 new pedal this year. So I mean, half of this pedal is already on the USAP list already. So they already have the USAP approved stamp. And if you check their official website, you can see they're pretty like 3 or 4 new pedal, I think, already have the
Okay.
stamp. And also there are another 3 or 4 pedal which is based on popular pedal right now, and some of them is uh new pedal, new construction, new form, which will impress everyone, I think. At least impress
Okay.
me already. Yeah.
Sounds exciting. I know that's great that you're going to give early access with like the labs that you're going to do, because I know there's a few other ones that do that, and everyone really enjoys being able to get it early or be part of like a testing group, especially the hardcore Luzz fans will be excited about that. So sounds
Yeah.
fun.
So we
And
have a little uh plan. So we want to make our lab an open source place. So we will share all our construction, all the material details, even the size of the material, or the density, or all the details to the pedal. So we want it to be open source, and we
okay.
welcome other company to try our pedal also we can learn from each other. So it will definitely be open source.
If someone wants to join, all they have to do is buy a paddle then, or do they have to like sign up, or how does that work?
Yeah, some pedal is free, I think. Some pedal for testing, but some pedal is kind of we charge a little fee, I think, because it's the entertainment pedal, and also we want to see how people like the entertainment pedal, which is really powerful or really gritty, but it's not
Okay.
legal. Yeah.
Do do you see yourself making UPAA only paddles to get different grit? I know some of the companies are making UPAA
Hmm.
only paddles and not certifying with USAP. Do you see yourself doing that at all?
No, so if we do some legal pedal, so we will make it both USAP and UPA
Okay.
certification, or within their rule. But if you want to do some different pedal, I mean the entertainment pedal, which is beyond their limitation. So it's far beyond their limitation. So it's all for the fun. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that sounds fun. If you made one with like extreme spin, I'm sure people would like using that. And then you've had some really cool collaborations. You've had the Minions. You've had one of my ultimate Kung Fu Panda.
Mm.
Uh, do you plan any other cool collaborations? Is that something you think you're going to keep going? I mean, like I know I personally thought it was really awesome. I love the collaborations. I think that's awesome to have. You know, something you love on the pickleball paddle. You have any big collaborations coming up?
Yeah, definitely. So for now we have the Minions, the Kung Panda, and the Dress Part, I think, the dinosaur,
Mm-hmm.
and also we will have well, it's secret. So another three
Okay,
very
secret.
big
All right.
IP, yeah, from
Okay.
Universal and the Disneyland, and also we will have some Japanese IP copyrights in the yeah, this year. I think it's June or July or early May. Yeah, it's a very popular, very hot IP. It's have a very good
That's
movie
pretty.
last year.
You must have some good friends in good places to get these IP deals.
Yeah, yeah, I have some friends working in the IP company and yeah, movie company. They can help me with some IP copyright, but
That's very
also we
cool.
need to buy. Yeah, we pay a lot of money for the IP copyright.
Yeah. Do you do you is there any reason and maybe I'm wrong in this, but I think most of the collaborations have only been on the Canon so far. Do you plan on putting those on the foam paddles as well?
Yeah, definitely. So we have the
Okay.
Blade 2, the pedal, so which will be released in in March or February, I think. It depends on our marketing
Mhm.
people. So the name of the Blade 2, yeah. So you can imagine the the co-branding animation or
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Little tease what it could be. Maybe a okay.
yeah.
I'll look forward to that. Before I forget, we should definitely shout out Tina. You know, one of the people behind the scenes working really hard. My
Mhm.
contact at Luzz Pickleball. So shout out to Tina because she's awesome. So just giving her a shout out. Anything else that you wanted to share about Luzz Pickleball? I think that's all the questions I have for you. But if there's anything else that you wanted to share, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so so if I want to say something about the last, so I'm not thinking we don't want to make lots of only products based company. We want to make like more like a spirit or some attitude to the life. So when we starting last or we running the last company, so we every day we have different difficulties or troubles, and also we have extreme big troubles with UPA before last year.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I want to say loss is for me, for us, it's like the life. So everyone's life has many trouble every day, but we solve it and we keep going and we play pickleball and yeah, we are very happy. And the second day we have new problem, new difficulties. And then also we solve it. And after all the work, we play the pickleball and that's a very good day. So I just want to say we're not doing the business. We are just yeah trying to make a very good life or life attitude.
Okay. I appreciate that. That's some good positivity you're bringing into the world. So that's awesome. Uh, if you don't have anything else, I don't have anything else. I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on doing the interview with me. I appreciate you giving
Mm,
us a little peek behind the scenes of Luzz Pickleball. I think people will appreciate it. I know you have some really hardcore fans, and I know they'll appreciate it for sure. But
yeah,
all
yeah.
those new converts, do you guys have like an affiliate program you're recruiting for, or like can people apply to be ambassadors if they're really big Luzz fans? Is there a type of program they can go apply to on Luzz Pickleball?
Yeah, yeah. So it depends on different country or different cities. So we have different marketing or sales team in different country or cities.
Okay.
So different area we have different strategy. Sometimes we have the ambassador or uh, local pro or local coach, I think, or some
Okay.
store, and sometimes we only do online business or so it depends on different country or different city.
Well, what about the U.S.? I mean, my biggest audience is in the U.S. So, what specifically would they need to do if they wanted to, become a Luzz warrior?
Yeah, so they can definitely contact us online by email
Okay.
or on our website. We have a page, become data or become an ambassador or become pro player of us. So they can just submit their application and we will review that. I will review that sometimes. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, we are welcome
Nice.
all the people to join us. And also we are keep hiring people from US, Texas, New Jersey, and California. If there are any people who have interest to join our team, maybe they can contact us with a career page on our website or our hiring email.
Okay. Awesome. Well, there you guys had it. That's the interview with Diken Chan, one of the owners and co-founders of Luzz Pickleball. Thank you so much for coming on, Diken.
Thank you for your time.